If you are trying to change a habit but you keep falling back, it's because of one thing and one thing only, and this is why you're not getting your manifestations as quickly as possible. It's the way that your identity is wired. It's your neural network programming that we need to uncover and we need to change, and that's exactly what we'll do by the end of this video. If you want instant manifestations, you need to understand this. My name is Jenna, and I'm all about your default program, which is that subconscious wiring that's preventing you from getting what it is that you want. It's based off of your conditioning that you've developed throughout your life. So you have these desires, which you also developed throughout your life. Based off of the contrast that you've had in your life, you have been able to say, hey, I would prefer something different. You wouldn't have that preference if you hadn't had the experiences that you have had. So we're not trying to make it bad. Anything that you've experienced is great. Any clarity that you got, we're going to celebrate. And through that, you created these desires, these preferences, these wishes, these ways that you would like your life to be different. Perfect. Everything's fine with that. What's not fine is your subconscious wiring is still conditioned to the part of you that identified what it is that you wanted. That piece that's not what you want, that you got the clarity that this is what you do want. That part of you that didn't have what it is that you want has the wiring for that because that's what it is that you got. If you want your life to change, you have to change what you had to what will now allow you to have what it is that you want in the future. But the future is always now, so we're working on you believing in it now. This is all kind of confusing when I put it this way, so I'm going to break it down as simply as we possibly can. If you want something to change in your life, you have to change. Not the outside world, you. And what we're not taught is how to do that properly. We're taught that it has to take time, that we have to take a lot of energy, that it's going to be really difficult. Other people in our families, in our lives, in our friendships, they're not getting that success. So like, is it safe for me to? Is it okay for me to ask for what it is that I want? You have doubt, you have guilt, you have regret, you have resentment, you have so much over top of the initial desire that this is why it feels exhausting. This is why you also second guess if it's possible for you. And that's okay. It's all okay because you're here. And this is where we cut through all of the nonsense, all of the hardships, and all of it making complicated. And we just come down to the simplicity, understanding that you get what it is that you want. You don't depend on anyone. You don't need anyone. You don't need anything to have been different. It doesn't matter what you've done or what you haven't done. You get what it is that you want. We're starting fresh here. Where do you want to go from here? Not, well, this is where I've been. This is how difficult it has been. These are things that I've done. No, your GPS does not care. When you plug in where you want to go, or you call up that ride share, they don't say, okay, where were you yesterday? Where were you 10 minutes ago? They ask you, where are you right now? And where do you want to go? Your mind is asking for the same clarity. Okay, we don't care where you've been. We don't care how difficult it has been. Enough. You're not a victim. You are a champion. You cannot serve two masters. So you have to pick one. Are you a victor or are you a victim? Are you a champion or are you a survivor? You get to decide right now. And then you focus forward on that. Not, oh yeah, but it's been so difficult. This is what I've been through. And you won't even understand. I get where you are. I understand it's been difficult. I understand because you got clarity when you say, I want more money. I know you want more money because currently you don't have enough. I don't need to know anymore. You don't need to know anymore. Your universe that's helping you get what it is that you want, that's craving and wanting to spoil you, doesn't need to know anymore. Stop focusing on that because your thoughts are not private. The universe hears everything that you say, and it's lining up everything that you say. Keep focusing on where you want to go. That's the very first key piece I need you to fully digest. I want you to have lasting change without burnout. That's why I'm getting a little bit passionate here because I'm seeing you work so hard and you're not getting the results instantly, and that's what we need to change. Work on that default program. Why this is so important is because you don't act on what you want, you act on what you believe you deserve. You act on who you believe you are. You see yourself as not consistent, for example. Your brain filters a story through that lens, and that's the self-concept that you develop. Your brain then filters your behavior based on this story. The willpower that you use to try to fight this story usually loses, gets exhausted, and is frustrated. Your identity lives in those subconscious neural networks. And repeating thoughts over and over like, I'm lazy, I'm not smart enough, things don't come from me easily, strengthen this neural network. And that's how you create this identity that you are bought into, that you will fight me on. You don't understand how difficult. I want you to stop arguing for your limitations. The best part of this is you built these neural networks. This is neuroplasticity, and you built it, and because you built it, you can also rebuild it to something that serves you. It can change. Your mind, your default program is malleable. It's not fixed. You're not broken and you're not stuck. It's so exciting. Your brain resists this change. It resists changing your default because it sees new things as threats. It likes predictability. It likes familiarity, even if it doesn't serve your life long term. Resistance means you're rewiring, not failing. Keep going, and each day your default will change. It will get stronger towards the belief system that you're craving. So what we want to do, and what I want to encourage you to do today, is to understand where are you going? Why do you want that? Not how do I get it? Not when will it happen? Who will bring it? What do you want? Why do you want it? And then step into that feeling, step into that end state, step into it. And then I want you to live from there. So sometimes I get asked all the time about affirmations. What is the best affirmation to take for me to increase my finances, for me to find the love of my life, for me to enhance my health? I don't like affirmations. Affirmations are effort. And they're also, why are you needing them? You need them because a part of your belief system, your default system, believes that it's not yours yet. So you need to affirm because your default isn't rooted in the proof, in the inevitability of your success. So I want you to understand, why do you need the affirmation? Not how or what. Why do you need it? Because you don't believe. Okay, well, let's work on your beliefs because that's going to serve you long term way faster. And that's going to allow you to let go of having to make anything happen and just receive it and know that it gets to happen. So how do we get there? What are we doing to make sure that we're on track for this? How do we make sure we're in alignment with what it is that we desire? You have to see it. And if you can't, if you're having trouble visualizing, you need to feel it. Both are good. Both are great. The combo or just one or the other. Visualizing it and feeling it, stepping into that feeling of it already being done, understanding that on the quantum field, it already exists. You can't see it. I've already preached this in so many of my videos. Make sure you're watching more than one. Make sure that you leave a comment and like this video as well. It helps me out a lot. When you are so clear what it is that you desire, you can see it, you can feel yourself in it, then you start believing and talking as if you're already there, because you are. It exists in the quantum field. You wouldn't be able to see it if it didn't already exist. So you're already going to your virtual reality. You're already going to the quantum field in your imagination, which signifies that in some parallel universe, it already is happening. It's already going on. It's already existing. Your wealthy self already is thriving. Your healthy, your relationship self in this beautiful relationship, it already happened. It's already there. It's already good. So then you start living from that. So let's go through an actual example. If you're calling in love, for example, so this is what I just worked on with one of my clients. In her check-in form, she was talking about how she wanted to attract the dream love, and she didn't think it was possible. She didn't know how. She's overweight. She doesn't feel comfortable in her body. She doesn't make the finances that she thinks, so she thinks she needs to lose the weight first. She needs to get the finances figured out. No. You get to manifest it all at the same time because you are that abundant. So what we went with her is she started to talk about being in this relationship, how it feels. She could write about it, so she wrote about it to me every single week. I asked her to just add a little blurb, write about what it is that you desire. So she would write it and she'd get herself into this scene, and then she'd start talking about it. She's just so healthy. She just loves every moment. She's just so excited. Now she's talking about herself in the third person, and that's totally fine because your subconscious mind doesn't know. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between now and past or present. It just knows whatever you're thinking and focusing on, that's where it's headed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it hasn't happened yet. It doesn't know the difference. So you're saying, that third person, it doesn't matter. You're still owning it. You're still owning that feeling. It's like when you're watching a movie, you know that you're not in the movie, but you're still suspenseful. You're still worried, or you're still happy, or you're still sad based off of what the character is experiencing because you identify with that character. In the same way, you're identifying with what you're scripting, so it's okay. So she's writing out what she's thinking, and then she's noticing she's not making this happen. She's already this person. She's saying this person is so healthy and wise and secure and excited and wakes up every day happy. That was her stepping into it. And then when she's starting to get into that alignment, she's now healthier. She's losing weight naturally. She's not on a diet. She's sent me her check-in. She said, I don't know what's happening. She's like, this is crazy. I'm losing weight without even trying. And she's also manifested in a dream partner. They've gone on their 5th date. It's going very well. We're still seeing how it unfolds, but she's really, really happy, and it all came naturally. She didn't go on a dating app. She met him randomly. She met him in a way that works for her, that made sense for them, in one of her favorite hobbies. That is how it works. You don't have to go chase anything. What you want wants you more. You just have to align with it. So you don't affirm because you're trying to make it happen. You're affirming because you're already there and it's happened. That's the only way I like affirmations. That's the only way I would tell you to use affirmations. So you're not affirming to get yourself there, to make it happen. You're affirming because you're already it. You're already there. That's how I would use it, to make sure that you get what it is that you want. That's how we shift our identities. You're doing it. You're amazing. Make sure that you are implementing all these strategies because you get what it is that you want.